Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, October 11th. Nice rally on Wall Street last week. We tacked on 400 plus points. We had further extension to the upside on Friday, and that actually came despite a bounce in the dollar. So we actually had the market up, oil up, and dollar up on Friday, which is somewhat of a rare occurrence these days. And it'll be interesting to see if the bounce in the dollar, if it continues this week, flows through and continues to see upside in the Dow. As you can see here on the Dow 15-minute chart, we're in a nice, very tight bearish rising wedge. Support right now as the 50-day moving average, which is around the 9,700 area. But if we flip over to the daily chart, the real support is the 20-day exponential 9677. As you can see here on the chart, over the last several weeks, we've been stair-stepping higher. Each time we've gotten to the previous double top resistance, we've seen a nice big spike to go up another couple of hundred points. So let's see if we see the same thing happen here. RSI has further upside. We actually have a positive MACD cross that should happen tomorrow, and that has resulted in nice pops over the last few weeks. ADX remains strong. Stochastics are also very strong as well. So we enter, earnings are going to start to flow this week and really pick up a week after that. That has been the fuel for the market for the last couple of quarters, and there's no reason to doubt we won't see the same thing happen this time around. Dollar chart, as I mentioned, had a bounce back on Friday, but oil and the market were actually able to ignore that and go higher. So let's see if that continues again this week. Part of the reason for the bounce in the dollar was some comments from Bernanke last week. Nothing really new, but gave them an excuse to do what they do in the currency markets. Big key here, and something we're watching pretty closely, SMH. As you can see, since the July lows, volume has continued to grow and grow over the last several weeks, and that is very, very bullish for the SMH, even though we've been caught in pretty much a trading range from $24 to $26. Reason for the strength in the SMH and in tech stocks in general is, in my opinion, the release of Windows 7 in 2 weeks' time. We're going to see an avalanche of PC orders, which is going to translate into software orders and is going to be very, very good for tech stocks and the stock market in general. That is why we're starting to see volume really pour into the SMH and tech start to regain their leadership role for the market. Chart looks very, very good here, and this should continue to power us higher. Jump into stock plays now. ZHNE, this is, in my opinion, the top pick for this upcoming week. I think we're going to see a very, very big move in ZHNE this week. As I mentioned in the trading alert on Friday, we had a positive MACD on the chart on Friday. The last three positive MACD crosses we've seen have averaged about a 50% pop over the ensuing 2 to 3 trading sessions. So with the nice setup we see in the chart here, RSI breaking up, positive MACD, we could be looking at a very big move in this chart this week. And you know, it's about time Zone joined its peers in the $1 plus area. ACLS, FNSR, OCLR, CNXT. I mean, a slew of these stocks have just exploded over the last month. It is time for ZHNE, and in my opinion, it is going to be this week. RSI looks great. We've got stochastics breaking up through 50, and as I mentioned, ADX has been very, very strong, and we have not seen a stock with ADXs like this over the last 6 months not explode to the upside. So we're looking for that breakout this week. 63 cents should launch this one. WAVX WaveX system. This is a play on the Windows 7 launch. They sell encryption software for PCs. They've got a deal with Dell. Dell includes them on Dell PCs, and with the Windows 7 release and of course the anticipated explosion in PC sales, that is going to translate into even more sales for WAVX. These guys have also been involved in the Open ID initiative with Google and Facebook, and I don't think a whole lot of traders know that, so do a little bit of DD on this one. They're involved with some big players, and we've got a very nice chart breakout here. First target is a move to $1.25. WAVE, Next Wave Wireless, we had a very nice pop on this one for us on Thursday. Had a low volume sell off on Friday, and we should see this one continue to rocket and see a bounce tomorrow. This is a play on the spectrum shortage that the FCC has talked about. These guys own a big chunk of spectrum in the US, and that makes them a very attractive buyout target, irregardless of how nice this flag breakout chart looks here. But the chart looks great. ADX, stochastics, everything looks very, very nice for a pop this week. CMZ, we've played this one a few times over the last month for very nice pops. We've gotten a couple of 25 plus percentage moves in this one. One of them was a 50% move. It's an oil play. Recently did a financing, so they've removed a lot of their debt issues. Stock's been bouncing around here over the last few days, and typically we see this after a financing, and then it goes boom, especially on stocks like this. Analysts have been coming out and upgrading it. Stops on this one, $1.08, target $1.25 to $1.40. We're going to give this play till Tuesday because I think it's either going to go big tomorrow or Tuesday. If it doesn't go big by then, we'll just step back and wait for the chart to turn better. But I mean, the chart looks really good here in my opinion. RSI is flatlined. Stochastics are oversold, and you know this one looks ready to go this week. ENCO was a trading alert on Friday. The swine flu stocks had some very nice momentum on Friday. CDC came out talking about the explosion in swine flu cases in the U.S. As you recall, these guys have a deal with a large swine flu manufacturer. They do swine flu testing, and you know, obviously, goes without saying that these guys should benefit with the increased testing. Chart looks very, very good here. Breakout is 55 cents, target 65 to 70 cents with stops at 48 cents. If this one's going to go, we should see a nice pop on Monday. And likewise, a play we actually had in the chat room, CVM with NVAX, BCRX, and all the other flu stocks popping big. This is a stock that's had a lot of momentum. It's got slammed this week. Furstein from TheStreet.com came out and did his usual bash that you typically see on stocks that attract a lot of hedge fund shorting. Wink, wink. So his last couple of bashes after their bash has actually gone up pretty nicely. Heb being one that I recall in recent times. Target here is a move to $1.50, $1.60 with stops at $1.38. We should see this one again pop early tomorrow morning. AERG, Applied Energetics. These guys make laser systems that detect IEDs. They've got a contract with the U.S. Marine Corps that's field testing their product right now. As you can see on the chart, we've got an ascending triangle formation. Typically, this sees very big upside moves. It's also stair-stepping nicely higher. We got to the bottom end of its stair-step this time, and we're beginning its snapback. First target is a move to 60 cents plus here, and this is a great way to play the troop buildup in Afghanistan, especially with it being field tested by the U.S. Marines right now, and the Marines being those who are going to get deployed here to Afghanistan. Near-term chart looks very, very good. All the indicators look great. Stochastics, ADX, and we're about to get a positive MACD, which is what we've seen right before each of its stair-step spikes. So all the technicals are lined up here for a very nice move in the near term. Quick mention about ASTM. We had a breakdown on what I consider non-news this past week on Wednesday. Stock got a delisting notice. NASDAQ is not delisting anyone for stock price until March of next year. I don't care what the shorts say. That's just been the case right now. Getting back down to year support here on ASTM. One thing to note on the chart is stochastics back under 20. Each time that's happened, we've seen at least a 25 to 50% pop within the next week. So if this one sees any lower, we're probably going to look to consider adding more to positions to sell inevitable bounce back to the low 40s, and then we can reevaluate the trade there. So that's pretty much it for the video today. Market looks very, very good. Earnings parade is about to kick off, and the last couple of earnings report has just launched the market. So let's see if that happens again. We've also got another window dressing period coming up. A lot of hedge funds or mutual funds, their year end is October 31st. So there's going to be a lot of funds looking to paint this market and paint a lot of stocks so that they can convince people they don't suck as much as they do. That's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Oh, and ZHNE, I think this is definitely going to be a nice mover this week. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.